start the whole action and the movement. Greetings, brethren and sisters. Greet in the name of the Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, one God. Today we are gathered here again for another part of the struggle for the continuation of the mass movement for the liberation of Ethiopia and return of the constitutional monarchy of Emperor Haile Selassie I. But we see right now Ethiopia is in a turmoil. We see conflicts out there with the people, government, you ever say dividing and rule. So the Amhara, Somalis, and all these people is in conflict today. His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, from Ethiopia to Somalia to Eritrea, all these space belongs to Ethiopia. And His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I treat them as the subject, the people. We're going to look at the constitution of Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia. And it says, the Empire of Ethiopia comprised all the territories include islands and the territorial waters under the sovereignty of the Ethiopian crown. The sovereignty and territory are indivisible. Its territories and the sovereign rights therein are attainable. All Ethiopian subjects, whether living within or without the empire, constitute the Ethiopian people. Brothers and sisters, when Italy invaded Ethiopia, all the subjects of His Imperial Majesty in Ethiopia take part in the struggle for a free Ethiopia. Today, we as a people have to come together, Ethiopians, those at home and abroad. People who love justice and hate aggression must come together for this struggle for a free Ethiopia. By the virtue of His Imperial Majesty blood, as well as by the anointing which he has received, the person of Emperor Haile Selassie I is sacred. His dignity is inviolable, and his power is undisputable. He is consequently entitled to all the honor due to him in accordance with the tradition and the present constitution. Anyone so bold as to seek to injure the emperor will be punished. Today, we as a people, Ethiopian people, is asking for the arrest of Mengistu, who fight against His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. Today, there's a people have to take part in this struggle. It's an important cause to help to liberate and to restore constitutional monarchy of Emperor Selassie I. Brethren and sisters, it's up to us as a people to take part in this struggle. Just the constitutions given to Ethiopia by His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I on July 16, 1931 may be briefly as follows. The government of Ethiopia is forever an imperial realm. The emperor possesses full authority, but his rule is subject to legal determination. The Senate and the chambers of deputies are firmly established forever and cannot be removed. The councillors are to be elected at a proclamated time from each part of the country, from among the princes, the nobles, and the officials and people. Brothers and sisters, we have to bring back Ethiopia to its rightful realms. We have to bring back Ethiopia to the order that's set up by His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. The principles and laws by virtue of being based on the emperor knowledge shall remain permanently valid. Laws concerning matters of details are to be examined by Parliament and to be decided by majority of vote. After they have been ratified by the emperor authority, they shall be proclamated. Ministers are to be responsible for the work of their respective department and have to see to it that their works is carried out in the whole of Ethiopia. The brothers and sisters, you see the commitment and you see the responsibility that all the peoples, nobles and princes and everyone have to carry out. We are no less as a people, we and us have to stand up for this cause, for a true and liberated Ethiopia, for the restoration of the constitutional monarchy of Emperor Haile Selassie I. Our God, brethren and sisters, people who love justice and hate aggression, it is up to us to have that courage to defend this struggle. Some people will say, they're not in a struggle. Yes, but they may hug up Zimbabwe, they may hug up any other place that is not important to us. Today, brothers and sisters, we have to look into this whole affairs that affect us as a people, as Ethiopian, those that are women abroad. Remember, within reviewed Constitution 1955, Emperor Haile Selassie I says, the empire constitutes the Ethiopian people. We are Ethiopian people. His Majesty said that in 1966 when he came to Jamaica. He made a provision that Jamaica should be a part of the OAU. So he can't be carried away by reggae music or no other things. Reparation, no. Our cause is to liberate Ethiopia and to restore the constitutional monarchy of Emperor Haile Selassie I. It's our duty as a people. We have to find that courage and that strength to help to liberate Ethiopia. You can't follow busybody people, because body said that when he proclaimed Yaakov as the heir apparent. He says there will be busybody people who will say otherwise. But brethren and sisters, the struggle depends on us to carry it out for a free and liberated Ethiopia. So we are calling on all brethren and sisters worldwide, people from the isles, the islands, people around the continent. We are calling on them to restore the constitutional monarchy, because without that there is nothing. Yes. Without that, we don't have a shield and a buckler to protect us and guide us. So you must stand up for this cause, for this important cause, brethren and sisters. The mass movement under the leadership of our spiritual leader, Abuna Emmanuel Fox, you have to join in and support him in this struggle. Because when Ethiopia was in need, you have brethren want to go Zimbabwe, they want to go where Niri come from, the leader for the All-African movement that went to Ethiopia to help to overthrow His Imperial Majesty. We as a people have to look into ourselves this time, because these are the last days. The days of Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, our God. It's up to us to act and defend this important cause as an Ethiopian people, brethren and sisters. So we call upon you now, people of justice and hate aggression, to carry forward this cause for a free and liberated Ethiopia. Long live His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, our living God. And blessed be Jah Rastafari Emperor Haile Selassie I.
Greetings, Ethiopians, brothers and sisters, both at home and in exile. Now, this is a document entitled The Imperial Wheel. It's a document that entails the constitution of Ethiopia that was established by the Imperial Majesty. And I will quote, "Thus the constitution given to Ethiopia by His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I on July 16, 1931 may be briefly as follows. 1. The government of Ethiopia is forever an imperial realm. Emperor possesses full authority, but his rule is subject to legal determination. 2. The Senate and Chamber of Deputies are firmly established forever and cannot be removed. The councillors are to be elected at a predetermined time from each part of the country, from among princes, notable officials, and people. 3. The principal laws, by virtue of being based on the emperor's knowledge, shall remain permanently valid. 4. Laws concerning matters of details are to be examined by Parliament and to be decided by majority vote. After they have been ratified by the Emperor's authority, they shall be promulgated. 5. Ministers are to be responsible for work of their respective departments and have to see to it that their work is carried out in the whole of Ethiopia. It is the Emperor alone who is in supreme control of all of the armed force in Ethiopia. 7. The Emperor alone can claim war or peace. 8. After a malefactor has been convicted by the process of law, it is only the Emperor who is able to lighten his sentence or pardon him altogether. Modern Ethiopianism is a term the Rastaman has to identify himself with in order to understand the present day machinery of Majesty in His Majesty institution. As given us far as it has been stated, he established this constitution in order to safeguard the independence of the next generation. His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I.
Yes, greetings from the Church of Empires at first, the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation Organization. This priest today, and today the message that they about this read and also the Secretary is very important concerning the Constitution, because the Constitution right now of Ethiopia is the key for world peace, is the key for the world to live in unity. And the Constitution was also extended to the Rastafarian people within Jamaica, the Church of Empires of the Imperial Ethiopian World, to hold and to carry with as our guidance. So if they are changing the Constitution and making any amendment to the Constitution, we must have a voice in it. Because if we don't have a voice in it, then it don't mean nothing. Because it's much left we as the overseer over the whole thing, as the vanguard. So we now must understand that this mass movement that we are pushing is to get these things out in the air and to make it once know that there is authority outside of Ethiopia, here in Jamaica, the Church of Empires of the Imperial Ethiopian World, to guide and to pilot the whole thing, and to keep us in the light and not to bring us back into the darkness. Because right now, this is the light, and the Imperial Ethiopian World Federation Organization is the umbrella, and we, the mass movement right now, is the way to go and the light is shining in the darkness. So we encourage and need the assistance of ones and ones out there, and we encourage the Rasta community to come up and partake, and the address is 29 Oxford Street, Western Kingston. So this is the headquarters for Rastafarian people. So we encourage the ones and ones to come on in and stop the folly and the foolishness and the lies, and stop deceiving oneself, because this is it, His Majesty.
The data is there. We're out there, we love truth and justice and yet aggression, to come out and support us in the mass movement, and all the daughters them that are out there still supporting us, continue to support us and bring everybody in. Let's say the job, Rastafari, Emperor Haile Selassie I, Majesty.